Next level.
All right, so finally I'm going to be setting up this shelving unit that I bought. So this is what I have. Just bought this from Home Depot. It's just essentially a garage storage unit, and I am hoping it works. When I measure it in the store, it is basically, it's just gonna work or just not gonna work. So I'm really hoping I can get this done. Now my place is really a mess. I have all my things all over the place. You guys don't even want to see my living room / dining room. I'll give you a really fast peek. I have animals and supplies and tables everywhere. And the funny thing about today is that there's a heat warning outside today, and it's actually gonna be 44 degrees Celsius. So it's like over 110 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's pretty funny, if you follow me on Facebook, you know that in January I shared a post that said it was going down to minus 44 degrees Celsius. So I have this crazy temperature swings, but today is gonna be very hot, and I'm really hoping that I don't boost the heat up in the apartment just by moving around so much. The AC is blasting, so we're gonna get to work. Okay, so we're gonna try to assemble this guy. I'm hoping that this goes up fairly easy. I do have help. My girlfriend's in the other room, and she may be able to give me some muscle to help me get this thing up, but we'll see how it goes. And make sure you stick around to the end of the video, because I think I'm going to make an exciting announcement that wasn't something that I was going to announce right away, but I think I will. So make sure you watch to the end so you can see what that is. Let's get going. Brought this table back in. I think this is where it's gonna go. So there's gonna be kind of an awkward spot where the table's not really accessible, but I'll probably put some shelving up into this area. And then this area will just leave me with some space to kind of work or whatever. If I'm doing some cleaning or weighing the animals or whatever it is, I'll have a surface to do that on. Still a mess. Okay, so this shelving unit came with these wire shelves. These are the shelves that came with the unit itself. The entire unit has a weight capacity of 8,000 pounds, which means each shelf can hold up to 2,000 pounds, which is way more than I need. Obviously, I don't need, each shelf is gonna be holding a couple 100 pounds at most. So I'm not worried about this wire having poor structural integrity, but I don't really like it that much because it's gonna make the enclosures sit uneven. I'm still gonna use it, but I'm just gonna put some board over top, just some of the old shelves from the old shelving units. I'm gonna put those down so the enclosures sit a little bit nicer. So we'll throw these guys in. And honestly guys, I was going to test out a lot of this before I filmed it because I wanted to make sure this was gonna work because I still don't really know. But I figured I'm just gonna do it because then I have to do it twice. This is how tight this is, guys. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be literally a perfect fit, to the point where I need to pull these little tiny rubber feet off. I didn't even know these were on here. And these things are like maybe 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch tall, or if you want to call them tall. And I think they'll actually impact me being able to get this thing in. Just got to get a different tool to get these off. Straight in, like that. I think that's very unlikely.
This is really in the way, to be honest, because then I can't like.
I got that on film. Okay. Are you gonna ruin this?
I'm sorry, I got a lot of it out.
Alright, so I was a little bit too quick with the middle shelves, and I think I put this one too low. So I pulled the shelf out, but this is the first time we're trying to put this in. I have my helper, Sam. She can't stop laughing because she thinks this is hilarious that we're filming this. But she is wearing a Animals at Home shirt in the girl version, so if you're interested, get one. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi.
Okay, so we are gonna try this. Let's see if we can both go in at the same time. Do you have room, or are you ready? No way. Yours is a no way situation, right? Okay. Like this. You can swing out towards that chair.
Go more towards the.
I can't. Hold on. Let me come back towards you.
Yeah. The wood.
That's okay. I'm not worried about that. Okay.
On the left side, yes. Yes.
I don't know how we're gonna do the top one. All right, first enclosure's in, guys. I'm really scared about how to do the top one, but we'll go from here. We're gonna go slow. I'm not gonna move it so fast that all of a sudden we're in a problem that we can't get out of. And you tell me like, okay, no, this is not working, I'll put it down. Is it coming around that spot? No?
Go to your left.
Can you push it? How much more?
More. Or step forward. Okay. Go to your left. Go to your left. Keep going to your left.
We gotta get over that one bar, right?
You're over it. Okay.
I'll do that.
I'm not doing it. I'll die.
Woo! My back is destroyed. We did it. You guys have no idea how insanely close this was to not working. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I knew the shelf I knew these shelves were 6 feet across, but what I didn't know was that obviously there's a little bit of this frame comes out a little bit more so that it's actually a little bit shorter than 6 feet. But you can see I have basically used this space to the max. I could not have got anything smaller than this. Even down here, these things are exactly the way they need to be. So I was very fortunate that this worked. It was like hair thin. That's how close we were to this not working. So I'm very, very happy that we were able to get this up. And I'm gonna finish setting it up, gonna set up the electrical, and then we're gonna get the animals in. So everything is set up, lights are on, everything is connected, heat, everything is going on timers, we're all good to go. The next thing I'm gonna do is well, first I have to clean up. Of course I have to clean up, but I promise the next thing you guys are gonna see is gonna add the 2 boas into their new enclosures. So it's a few days later and everybody's settled in. Everyone looks like they've settled in fine. I know their animals are a little bit stressed after moving around so much, but she's already taken a meal. She's just hanging out in her hide right now. Can't really see her. And he's just hanging out up here under his heat. So he's enjoying the shelf and the branches and everything. Now this enclosure is quite high off the ground. I'm not sure if you can tell, but it is about as tall as I am. So I'm just under 6 feet. So it's almost 6 feet off the ground, which is not that big of a problem. I mean, he spends most of his time, awake time is spent climbing. So he's always up in the branches. So this is kind of a perfect view to see him most of the time. It will become definitely a pain to clean and whatnot, but I did go ahead and buy this stool. That way I can climb up and then I can easily access this enclosure without any problems. So, but I am way more happy with the way the space is utilized in this room, and my computer desk is here, so it provides an awesome backdrop for the exciting announcement that I said I was going to announce at the beginning of this video. So I will give you a hint about what the exciting announcement is. If you've been to my website, you may already know. So if that hint didn't give it away, I am starting an Animals at Home podcast. So I've already recorded a few episodes and I have a few lined up for the next couple weeks, and I cannot wait to share it with you guys. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, you can head to my website right now and you can sign up on my email list, and you get notified right away when the first episodes are released on iTunes. And you can also catch a small sample clip on my website right now if you want to hear just a tiny bit that I have available on the website. And I think in a couple weeks or a week or two, I'll post a trailer with a few snippets of interviews that I've already done. That way you guys can get a little taste of what is to come. The podcast is not just going to cover reptiles or hobbyists or pets, but all things animals. So wildlife, conservation, pets, breeding, etc., etc. So I'm very excited to show that to you guys. And the podcast will also always be video recorded as well, or especially on my end, they'll always be video recorded, and I'll be posting them on YouTube. And this is going to be my backdrop for that. So I'm very excited. We'll catch you next time.